All right, everybody. It's Oscar time.
Yeah.
The Academy Awards are around the corner. And what are we going to do? We're going to go ahead and pick what we feel as though it's going to take away the Oscar.
Yeah.
This is a special edition of 90 Minutes on Film, the Oscars. We're all suited and booted here, right? Looking spiffy, guys. Love your tuxedos. You look awesome.
For some reason, Gabe still looks like Austin Butler from Dune Part 2.
For some reason, man.
I know.
He must have really liked that movie.
So crazy thing, y'all. I sent you guys like the spreadsheet, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
All the Oscar stuff. And at the time, like where you could find it all. I've watched 98% of every Oscar movie that's
What
out
did
there.
you not see?
Okay, so I haven't seen all of the featured animated
Animation.
movies. I've seen three. Yeah, the animation ones. So I've seen like 3 of them.
Uh-huh.
I've seen like 3 of the featured documentaries out of the 5 or so or something like that. So I've seen something out of every single category that's there, but there's a couple of, there's probably 5 or 6 movies that I just, nominated things I haven't found or I can't get to it or something.
Yeah.
So,
Well, on this podcast, we strive for perfection, so you cannot hang out anymore.
Oh, I failed.
Well, we don't
fail.
Next year.
We know
we'll try
that's a
again.
lie because I don't even fit anywhere close to that perfection.
It's like you're 90%
I'm the other way.
So, my gosh, there was one of them that we're not going to talk about today necessarily, but one of the featured documentaries, and I'm sitting there, and honestly, I'm like laying in bed.
Whoa.
Falling
Watching-
asleep.
No, had my iPad up, and
Yeah,
I'm
the
watching
sandworm.
exactly, and I'm watching the documentary. My wife is like, she's
Whoa.
because we're gonna go out to breakfast, and so, bro, just tears.
Wow.
Oh my God. It's the eternal memory.
So,
Oh my
Chris,
God,
did you hear
if
that? He had his iPad up, quote unquote, his butt.
Yes.
His wife getting ready, and then he had tears. Hey, man. Mad love and respect to your guys' love. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Wow. Anyways. Completely off. The
But if you haven't seen it, you got to watch
all right,
that one.
all right.
It's good. It's good. Eternal memory.
I think the Russian was talking to me about that one. All right, so
Oh boy.
this guy's been getting a lot of love on this podcast. We're always we're talking a lot about him because Moses has just been lagging. But ladies, he's still single. So the Russian every day. Shout out to K-Star. He is constantly like, so did you see this film? Did you see this film? Oh my God, I saw this film last night. I seen and I was like, oh right, I know.
I'm behind. Everybody tells me.
He actually, I should have grabbed his little list. So we have a list of everything. He already X'd all his movies. We have it on the wall in the office.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and he was just
Should take a picture of it, send it to us.
Yeah, no, I'll send it. Yeah, for sure, I'll send it. And then he was asking, he was like, "Hey, are you guys having an Oscar party?" And I was all like, "I highly doubt that, K-Star, but I'm pretty sure we're going to be
he wanted to roll?
text to each other." I think so.
Oh yeah.
Next year. 25.
That's
We'll shoot for 25.
well, that's if Russia doesn't blow us up. So,
Well, thanks. Well, tell the Russian.
I told him.
Yeah. Tell him to make some
I
phone
told him,
calls.
just give me the code word. If you know it's going down, just whisper in my ear, "Red Dawn, Red Dawn."
So stupid.
And I'm in. You can call me Gorbachev or whatever you want to call me, bro. I'm in. Fuck America.
Wachowski.
Let's go ski.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna break down some categories here and kind of, pick.
Just the top 5.
Yeah, just to pick to see more or less. We get it right, and obviously winner gets $100.
Okay.
Hey, I like
Per category.
Per category. That's how we roll here, people. That's how we roll. So let's go ahead and just dive right into it, man. So our first category is Best Actress.
So nomination-wise, who do we got? We got Emma Stone for Poor
Yeah.
Things. We've got Lily Gladstone for Killers of the Flower Moon. We've got Annette Bening for Naiad. We got Carey Mulligan for Maestro and Sandra Huller for Anatomy of a Fall.
And the award goes to
Chris. Go ahead. Who do you got on this one?
I picked twice. Okay, I pick once with my heart.
Oh,
you
my
can't.
gosh,
my heart.
You can't do that though. You just got to pick one.
So I want Lily Gladstone to win.
You want,
but
okay.
I believe that Sandra Huller is going to win for Anatomy of a Fall.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, she's been in 2 very powerful movies this year, and
she has.
And so, did you guys? I know Gabe saw Anatomy of a Fall. Did you get a chance to watch Anatomy of a Fall, Wacko?
No, I haven't, but I've seen
just like the highlights.
The highlights, yes, correct.
I mean, walking out of that movie, like I had a conversation with my wife. I was like, I don't know how they depicted those arguments, but that shit was fucking genuine. You know, and then she's a German actress doing a film in French and in English.
Yeah.
And she fucking nailed it. You know, and I hated her in this movie and in The Zone of Interest. So I thought she pulled it off.
Yeah, she's in 2 big ones.
Yeah, that's my pick, guys.
So you're going with Sandra?
Yeah, I'm going with Sandra.
Ooh, okay. I got to go with Lily Gladstone. I think she's going to sweep it.
I hope she wins. I do hope she wins.
I just don't see Annette Bening winning. I don't see. I mean, Emma Stone was fantastic in Poor Things, but I don't see it. I think it is going to come down to Sandra and to Lily, and I think just because of the way the Golden Globes have gone and everything else, it's got to go to her.
I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah. I was kind of doing the same thing. I was going to go with Carey, but I just feel as though, just like how you said, like Lily's just been on a roll, and usually, you know, Golden Globes, and they always kind of determine potentially what's going to happen in the Oscars or the Academies. But I'm rooting for the minority here.
Yes, cool.
Did you guys watch like Nyad?
Yes. You know what? I didn't watch it.
I fell asleep the first time I watched it, and then I picked up from where I slept, and it was pretty much the same thing. She was still swimming.
Yes, he's like, it's like I watched it, I fell asleep, woke up, and the movie was great. Yeah. And I realized he realized it was Rebel Moon had autoplayed next.
Yes, and you know, and I know we're not talking about it on this episode necessarily, you know, picking for that category, but I felt like the star of the movie is actually Jodie Foster.
Yeah, I heard that.
She was this movie.
Yeah. So, and I think though too, she actually really did have a, you know, kind of resembled the actual person, and she delivered
for sure.
Because I was watching like some, it even shows, I think, at the end of the film too, a lot of some of her clips and the footage and everything, and I was like, oh crap, wow, Jodie Foster did a good job. Yeah,
she did.
I think she did a great job.
She's on a roll too.
Yeah. I just felt that Annette, I don't know, to me, she didn't just deliver, man. I don't know, but it's just because of the character, just because that way that person was. But I was kind of annoyed a lot with her, and
I was mad at her. Yes, wow. I was annoyed. I was annoyed as well.
Was that a consolation nomination?
No, I don't want to. No.
I wouldn't say that necessarily, but I just the movie itself and the performance is not up to par with everybody else, but it's still good. But it just wasn't the same level as everybody else that's on the list.
I think they could have changed the pace up a little bit more different, and you know, and
sure.
I was really like, oh, we're here again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
She's almost again.
That movie itself. Yeah. That movie though itself kind of turned into a little bit of like a Disney type of movie. Like, oh, boom. Oh, I realize like I'm being mean to people, and I need these people to help me. And you know,
it felt like an adult after school special film.
There you go. Perfect. Wow. Yes.
Yeah. All right. Moving on though. Best Actor. Ooh. Chris, you want to go with the nominees are?
Yeah, so nominees are Paul Giamatti for The Holdovers, Bradley Cooper for Maestro, Coleman Domingo for Rustin, Cillian Murphy for Oppenheimer, and Jeffrey Wright for American Fiction.
Ooh. And
It's a tough.
This one's a tight
the
category.
Oscar goes
This is a tight
to-
category.
Shit. So the Oscar goes to. I want Cillian Murphy to win, but I think Paul Giamatti's going to win.
So we're going to In and Out afterwards.
Possibly.
Yeah,
Damn, I should have said that.
Yeah.
'Cause that's-
That's
that's where he went,
after
yeah.
he won the Golden
Yeah.
Globe.
I thought he
Yeah.
was good.
So-
He did good, man. I mean, that's a good. I mean, that I think, that movie is going to become a Christmas time staple,
Yeah.
like every
Mm.
year.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's just too good. It's too clean.
Yeah. I went with Paul Giamatti on that one as well. I think we kind of talked about a little bit before, like Bradley Cooper and Maestro. There, for myself, there was really only one scene that really
Yes.
stood out, and that was the scene where he's operating or he's conducting the orchestra.
Yeah.
That to me, I did watch Rustin. It's very, very good movie. If you haven't watched it, you should definitely check it
Really?
out. But I just don't think he's at the same level as Paul
Mhm.
Giamatti. I wanted Cillian Murphy as well, and then Jeffrey Wright. Man, I think he's fantastic in American
He is.
Fiction, and I really think it comes down to Paul Giamatti and to Jeffrey Wright in this category. But I think they're going to choose Paul Giamatti.
Yeah. I was stuck. Am I going to go ahead and root for Murphy and drop that bomb, or I'm going to In and Out? So I chose In and Out.
Makes sense.
Yeah. I wanted to add to that what you're talking about with Bradley Cooper, and Chris had mentioned this before. He was acting, not really just.
Yeah. Yeah. He wasn't lost in
Yes, yeah, and
it. You weren't
Yeah.
lost in it.
There
no,
you go.
no, yeah. So when
Yeah.
Chris had brought up that point, it totally made sense to me, and I could totally agree with what he said, and I think that's what you're saying too. He just didn't really, as Chris said, we didn't get lost into that character because
Yeah,
he was too
yeah.
busy
He was doing
acting.
It was a performance
Yes.
versus like, damn, that's that guy.
Yes, exactly. All right. Moving on to our next category, Best Director.
Eesh.
This should be interesting.
Ooh.
Go ahead, Gabe.
Hmm. Is it just, or you might need to help me
Sure,
with these
Justine.
names here?
I think it's Triet.
Justine.
Triet.
Triet. Okay.
Triet.
And then how do you say the other one? Yorgos.
Good fucking luck. I don't know that guy.
Yorgos
Okay.
Lanthimos.
There you go. Close enough.
Lanthimos.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So for best director, we have Justine Triet for Anatomy of a Fall. We have Martin Scorsese for Killers of the Flower Moon. Here's the difficult one: Yorgos Lanthimos for Poor
Mhm.
Things. You have Christopher Nolan for Oppenheimer, and you have Jonathan Glazer for The Zone of Interest.
So for myself, and the Oscar goes to.
Mhm. Exactly.
So after watching the Zone of Interest,
Oh my god.
Mhm. Oh,
I
yeah.
was like,
Crazy movie.
wow.
Yes. Yes.
Because
I was physically ill after that movie in the theater.
Mm.
I was sick to my fucking stomach,
and
dude.
that's what it was supposed to do.
Yeah.
It was,
dude.
wow. Like, even,
Go ahead, talk through it.
all right,
talk
so
through
the one thing that stood out and really set the tone for me
Yeah.
was as you're seeing the characters in the scene, the background, you're
Yes.
hearing everything. You're hearing
The
the fucking
screams.
Holocaust. It's just,
Yeah.
instead of the
Yes.
Holocaust being up in the forefront, it's in the
Yeah.
background. And that's why I think I love this film so much.
Yeah.
What they did, and you're paying attention to this daily life. They're just, oh hey, the
Yeah.
kids are swimming,
Yeah.
but you're just hearing that still subtly in the background, and I think that's what
Yeah.
really
Yes.
touched a nerve for myself.
The kids are swimming, but here comes
Yeah.
the train
Yeah.
to drop off all the
Yes.
Jews to be put into the incinerator.
Dude, and like,
You know what I mean? It's like, it's crazy. Everything that's happening on the other side of that wall. I mean, like when I was watching the movie, I could not take my eyes off of the wall. Like I just,
because you're like, what's
it
beyond
was-
that wall?
Yeah,
what's on the other
that's,
side?
Yeah.
and that's
What's
what's
on
so
the other
great about
side?
this film is that
Mhm.
it hid all that chaos
Yeah.
behind this wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
hmm
It was genius. I don't know.
You were using your imagination.
Yes, and he's just living his normal life, like on this side of the wall. And he comes over. He's like,
And
"Oh, I'm
yeah.
a dad, and I'm gonna read books to my kids before they go to bed.
I'm
and
dealing with
gonna
my
hang out in
wife.
the
It was like
backyard."
typical.
Exactly. I'm dealing with my wife. Yeah,
Like they were just
exactly.
like it was literally like another day at the office.
Yes. And,
yes, yes.
And I think that was
Yep.
that was so great about this film is that it brought up front like probably how maybe those people were. They were just
Yeah.
living their daily lives, and we're
Mhm.
seeing it from that perspective. And
Yep.
I think that's
Yeah.
sometimes to see the chaos and to see, you know, the ugliness
The
of
violence.
human life, you know,
Yeah.
humanity. You have to see it from that perspective, you know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure.
That was your choice.
Yes.
Chris, what about you? Who are you going with?
The heart says Martin Scorsese, but the mind agrees with Wacko. Yeah.
Mhm.
Jonathan Glazer, the zone of interest.
Mm,
It's just too powerful,
man.
man.
yeah.
And it's like, dude,
Yeah.
the like you don't really pay. I mean, for me personally, I wasn't really. I mean, I could hear it as the background noise. You're like, Jesus Christ, this is like fucking horrible.
Yeah.
And then when it really sets in is when the grandmother or the mother of
The mother of
Sandra
the
Huller's
wife, yeah.
character, when she's
Yeah.
like just can't sleep, like she can't do it. You know, it's just
Yeah.
like she could not put it away. You know, and for her to just get up and leave, I was like, fuck. Honestly, excuse me. In the theaters, like that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to get up. I was like, I'm not going to be able to finish this movie. It was like torture.
Mhm.
You know, like if you find yourself captive behind enemy lines, like they were torturing you this whole time. But super powerful movie.
Yes.
Very powerful.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm going with Jonathan Glazer.
Okay. So you guys are not going with Christopher Nolan. Like that's not even in the thought
No.
process.
I just think
right
it's
now.
been a really good year for cinema. You
Okay.
know, and although Oppenheimer is fantastic, and I will not take that away
Mhm.
from him. Not going to take Killers of the Flower Moon away from him either. But I just think Zone of Interest is the more powerful film.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
What'd you say, Gabe?
I've got right now, and I definitely agree with the Zone of Interest. I feel like best director is probably going to end up being Christopher Nolan.
It's time.
Yeah, I think it is his time. I did go back and watch it again now that it's out on Peacock, and dude, the movie is fucking fantastic.
totally is.
Like
Oh, yeah.
watching it a second and third time, it's like, oh my gosh, it is such a great movie. But when we get into best picture, we can talk about that. But I just feel like best director, it's probably going to end up going to him. But I would not be surprised if it goes to Jonathan Glazer.
Gotcha.
All right. All right, guys. Here's our final category here. Usually it's the
Tough one.
the one that everybody's always waiting for. Best Picture.
Yeah.
And the nominees are, so we have what? The Holdovers,
Yep. We got The Holdovers.
American
Mhm.
Fiction.
Yep.
The Zone of Interest.
Yep.
Barbie.
Yep.
Oppenheimer. Poor Things. Past Lives. Anatomy of the Fall. Maestro. And Killers of the Flower Moon. And the Oscar goes
Yes.
to Chris.
Ooh.
So for me, again, the heart wants Killers of the Flower Moon,
Mm,
but
Mhm.
I think the betting man, the mind is going to go for. I think the Academy might throw us a curveball.
mhm.
I think they're going to go with.
think so, too.
I think they're going to go with Poor Things.
Whoa.
Ooh. Whoa. I wasn't seeing that from you. Now, I did watch the Oscar nominations, and when they were announcing the nominations of the best picture, Poor Things got the biggest clap out of whoever was there at
Because
the
the audience was super horny.
Yeah, maybe so. Oh man, that's a curveball even for me, Chris. So let's see here. I have to do a little deductive reasoning. It's not going to be Killers of the Flower Moon. It's not going to be Barbie.
American Fiction's fabulous, but I don't think it's Best Picture. It is a fucking great movie.
Okay. And I don't think The Holdovers. I mean, I think The Holdovers is a great movie as well. I actually like American Fiction more than The Holdovers.
I know what you're picking.
I think I know
I know what it
But
is.
it's coming down. It's Zone of Interest, Oppenheimer, and I think the curveball for me would be Anatomy of the Fall, maybe Past Lives, because I sent you guys a message like when I saw Past Lives. It reminded me a lot of Everything Everywhere All at Once. Like when I saw that movie, I was like, oh man, that is catching you from a different angle, and that's going to be movie of the year. But
you're going to choose Anatomy of a Fall.
I'm going with Oppenheimer.
Are you?
I think it's going to pull it out at the end. I think if you were to like look at the votes, Anatomy of the Fall is like right next to it, there. And even Zone of Interest, like I think both of those are like right
2 and
there.
3.
And and it's going to be a very, very tight race, but I think I'm going to go with Oppenheimer.
All right, cool.
And I might change before Sunday.
Nope.
Wow.
No, this episode comes out Friday. That's it.
No. But I mean, when I go to Sunday night and because I'll send you guys a screenshot or whatever of my final picks. But dude, I don't know. I get nerded out on these things with this spreadsheet and everything else. And I try to watch every movie and, and I kind of lament over these things because I feel like it's a game, right?
Oh,
I really do feel like it's a game. Oh yeah. Fuck yeah. I want to win.
It's a gambling man over here.
It's like, I got $3,000.
Bring the craps table. Let's go. Let's
I got $3,000 on Zone of Interest here.
Show me the money. All right.
What do you got? Oh, Wacko.
All right. So this movie was everything to me. It literally was my life. It was it represented me, and I think without it this past year, movies would have just failed and just it's the Tom Cruise of everything in this category, and it's Barbie.
Get the fuck out of here.
We already know how you feel about Barbie.
I was really like into it. I'm like, wow, this guy's gonna make me cry.
I know. I'm like, which one is he talking about? Because I thought, well, maybe he's talking about Past Lives.
I was like, Wacko, American Me is not nominated this year.
Fuck.
It's not Born in East LA.
Yeah.
So originally, I think I thought Past Lives was going to be that sleeper.
Sure.
Obviously, as I got into all the other films that I was able to watch. Oppenheimer is, I think, predictable. I think.
Okay.
But I'm gonna go with the Zone of Interest, just for the fact that just where that film took me, and I'm not easily what's the word I'm looking for?
Touched?
I guess. I don't know.
Emotional?
I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know because I don't have that. But
like that part's broken?
That part's broken. But when I was watching the film, just like how I explained before, it really took me to something I was just like, wow, this is fucked up.
Yeah, like you really identified with like what the fuck was happening.
Right. And again, like I said, just putting the Holocaust in the background and bringing something forward,
genius.
Mm-hmm.
That was genius. That was fucking genius.
Yeah.
And apologies to whoever's listening to this, and spoilers. In the Zone of Interest, when he stops coming down the stairs and walks over and looks through the fucking window, and it's the flash forward.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, and like me, I'm the guy, when I go to movies, I'm your cliche guy. Like, I want to be in it. I want to be emotionally attached to it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I want to forget what the fuck was going on for the day, and I want to be in that movie. And that part fucking broke me. I was like, oh my God.
It was so, because at first I was like, wait, whoa, what is this? And then
you're like, what?
It is just pure silence. You're hearing them clean.
Dude.
And then you're just, I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
And then it cuts right back into him. I was just.
It's like he was seeing the future, or like what he had. That's why he was getting sick.
Yeah.
Because of what he was doing.
Yeah. So crazy.
And, and honestly, I hope I was actually so technically he's walking into the darkness,
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully he is, getting enveloped by his own darkness. So what I'm saying is hopefully he died of fucking cancer or something very agonizing. You know what I mean? Like I wanted them to say like, because he's got something because he's sick,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I wanted the doctor to be like, oh, you have like 30 days to live or some shit like that.
So here's my question, and I've always thought of this even when we were taught, whatever we were taught in school, because I don't know if anything's ever right or wrong anymore. As we got older, we're like, oh shit, that was a lie. All right.
Yeah.
But I mean, these people living in Germany, I mean, obviously, and I'm not making an excuse, so don't try to cancel my ass because I will come after you.
Oh Jesus.
No, but these people were, whether they were pushed into living
to doing that,
to
like
doing that
or something. Yeah.
Or it was just, I mean, like, look over here what we did with the Asian community,
Oh yeah. I mean, it definitely was like I want to say it's like a majority rules type thing. So they were like, well, everybody's doing it, so we might. I mean, it's that mob mentality.
Yeah.
Like I'd hate to say like if something like that was to happen in the U.S., like I'm pretty sure 60% of the people that we know are going to be right in the middle of it because everybody else is doing it.
Yes.
You kind of hope that society learns from their mistakes, but I don't think we have. I
mean, look at, not to get political again, I don't care about fucking politics, people. So, but look what we experienced, during the last presidency campaign, in which we're now getting back into, the same thing again. It's just the dividing of people and. So
there's somebody always wants to join the team,
right? Right. Mm-hmm. You're on the blue or the red team, so
right, exactly.
Yeah, it was a conversation my wife and I had, very similar to what you guys were talking about after we watched the movie. Was that it was, was this guy really a horrible person, which I do feel he was, or was he just doing his job?
He gets sucked in.
And he got sucked into it
because you do get that sense when he tells the wife like, to kind of put it all in a nutshell, he's like, babe, I'm getting transferred. And he was upset about it. Mm-hmm. And he never got the sense. He was like, I believe in my work. I believe that I'm changing the world. I believe that I'm doing this. Yeah. You never got that from him.
He was just doing his job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That was it.
I mean, very well, but it's just like
if you're in his position, I mean, what are you going to do? I've asked.
He's trying to he's impress the boss.
Yeah. But and I've told that to somebody. I was just like, well, if you were in that position, are you going to say no and die?
Yeah.
Or are you just
your
going
whole family too?
Or are you going to play the game?
Yeah.
So we have to look at it from that perspective. Yeah.
He thought he was on the winning side.
Yeah.
But
Obviously,
Yeah. And I know it's, you can always look back at history and everything else, and hindsight's always 2020. But I think I was doing a little looking at Rudolph after he finished this up, and he did preach compassion to his children, like that. Hey, I was wrong, in what I did, and I deserve anything that I got from it. But that, I knew I was wrong, but I also knew that was my job, was to do that. And if we wanted to live the lifestyle that we had, then that's what I needed to do. And so, but it's unfortunate. It's extremely unfortunate. And, of course, always, just nothing but compassion for those people that lost their lives during that time.
And this is the reason why I pick a film like this, because what it leaves behind, and it created a conversation.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
So,
and he's such a he's such a bad dude in that movie.
Yeah.
And like I said, you watch it, and I hated Sandra Hüller. Like I think she's worse than him because
hell yeah,
she did not give a fuck. She's like, I'll stay here.
No,
I'll stay here.
No,
I'll stay here because
you could go, right?
Like,
do we have to go?
Yeah,
dude. And she's like,
she wanted her garden.
She's like, we've gone through so much to get here. I was like, bitch, like,
yes.
Dude, I fucking worked, but she's so fucking callous, and she really sends it home when she tells the girl I'll put you and your family, or you'll be sprinkling your ashes on the garden or whatever. I was like, God damn. And because we haven't talked about this movie fully, did you guys get the sense that she was fucking the Jewish gardener?
Yes,
I didn't really.
So she was a fucking hoe too. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Yes. Yeah, I got that. This whole, we could probably do another, 30 minutes on this
Yeah.
movie, but there's so much to like unpack
Mhm.
with that movie, like we were talking about with the wall and like what's happening on the other side.
Yeah.
And you can only imagine what the smell was like, and how is it that there's not ashes that are falling from,
Yeah.
you know, out
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
out of the smoke that's going. I mean, it's
Oh,
just
and then
dude,
and then
it's
and then
fucking
bringing
crazy.
up the when they had the meeting over the plans to
Mm-hmm.
make it more consistent on burning the bodies.
Yeah.
I was
Yes.
like, wow, that's
They're
crazy.
just so like
Yeah,
so
how they're
callous.
moving
Yeah,
the people
like, we can
around.
keep it
and
moving.
So
It's so
callous.
calculated. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, well,
So,
thanks,
crazy,
guys,
man,
for
crazy.
making me feel like shit after this podcast.
Hey.
But I think the cool thing though too on Best Pictures, all three of us chose a different movie.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So we'll see how it's all gonna pop
Yeah.
out. It'll end up being Barbie in the end. And
If it's
you know,
Barbie,
but
then I'm just leaving this country.
You know,
I'm just like done.
I'm outta
I don't
here.
think I don't think it's Best Picture. I do think it deserved a nomination. But
Okay.
you know, just the same thing. Like American Fiction, I don't think it deserves Best Picture, but I do think it deserved a nomination. Same thing with The Holdovers. If you take a lot of those movies out, I think Holdovers is a strong candidate. You know what I mean? It's just that I think they deserve to pick 10 movies this year because there were so many that were so good.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, I guess we'll find out and see what happens, and then we can go ahead and throw on social media that we were all wrong.
Like across the board.
Imagine.
We're all wrong. Like, don't listen to us next year. You know what the fuck we're
Yes.
talking about.
Screw those
Mhm.
guys.
Exactly.
Yeah. We're like draft picks or something. You know, we're just giving out.
I have
Some bad picks.
no point of reference.
Oh, sorry.
Yep.
Like,
All right.
Or it could be that the Academy is reaching out to us to be able to cast our own votes.
we like that guy Wacko.
yeah, he liked that guy.
You have the two guys I don't know about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, man. So we'll see how the Oscars turn out. Is there anything before we go ahead and depart from here? Is there anything else that you guys are really excited to see for the Academies?
Shit, not really.
No. Oh, good. Awesome.
I'm looking forward to like best supporting actor, best supporting actress. I think that's a
Yeah.
big category again this year. There's some good nominees that are there, and that's going to be another.
Hey, who-
tight
I take it
race.
back.
Who's hosting?
There is something I'm looking forward to.
Oh, go
Jimmy Kimmel.
It's Jimmy. He does good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does good.
I do love when somebody wins and they give a fucking true blue heartfelt fucking speech.
Ooh,
Like, and
Yeah.
they're crying like I grew up doing this or whatever. Like, if Lily Gladstone wins, I can't wait to hear her speech.
I think she's all right. That you see, I think next year we should do categories. We'll do best picture and stuff, but we should do who do you think is gonna potentially be like most emotional speech, more
Hey, I like it.
comedic delivery for that day or something like that. Like Yeah.
All right.
yeah, so.
I know you guys weren't like big fans of the SAG Awards based on the text messages that I saw you guys having back and forth.
it was
I
like
think mine was the
looking at
best.
Yeah.
What did I say?
Bunch of actors jerking each other off or something like
bunch
that.
of actors, yeah.
Damn, did I say that?
Yeah, patting each other
Basically.
on the back. But I did like, and I know it's kind of tough to watch it on Netflix, but I did like that there was no time limit for them to
Yeah.
actually get up there and,
And they
talk.
can cuss.
So,
Yeah.
and to cuss.
I like
Yes.
that. I like how they.
So-
It was. You could tell it was a lot more loose, a little bit more freedom. That's one thing
Yeah,
I
it
liked
was.
about it. But I mean, other
Mhm.
than that, yeah, you're right, Chris. It's just kind of everyone stroking their little egos and
I think I went to go see a movie and I came back and this shit was like already over. I was like, what the fuck?
yeah,
I had no idea.
Yeah, it moves
it
pretty
does.
quick.
It does. Yeah,
overall.
without commercials and everything, it has a better flow to
Mhm.
it. I kind of like that where you could just be
Yeah.
able to see something like that on a stream instead of
Mhm.
watching in commercials and stuff. So, all right, cool.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, that was fun. So.
All right.
Um, Make sure you guys all follow us and let us know your thoughts on
Please do.
the academies and who do you think's going to win and so forth. And hit us up on all our platforms. 90 Minutes on Films, 90 the number, MINS on Films. And then make sure you follow these two guys here. Chris, what's your Instagram?
Vinyl 4 Giants, the number 4.
Nice. And Gabe?
Hey, hit me up on Cali Lobo 45.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Well, we'll see you guys at the on the red carpet.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Looking forward to
Peace
it.
out.
Peace.
Peace out, y'all.
Right.